Hi, I'm Brian Icenhower, and I am here with the one and only Mike Gunselman. Mike and I have worked together for a few years now, and I asked Mike to sit down with us to talk a little bit about how he has grown his business at an amazing rate.
Yes.
And a little background on Mike. I met Mike when he was and started working with him when he was 27 years old, and low to energy, solo agent at the time. At the time, I think I wrote down a few notes here. You did about 4.5 million and did about 35 units that year, right?
Yep.
We met towards the end of that year, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And then first full year working together, you did increase that a little bit. We're still pretty much a solo agent.
Yep. We were having our first kid at the time, so
Right.
it was a little chaotic just learning how to grow a family and whatnot.
That's when you started. I think you moved from working just your COI. You actually started prospecting a little bit too, and working expireds and FISBOs. You kind of got a little balance there.
Yeah, I did business the only way I knew how, and that was by referrals. And so I thought I was a big shot doing the referral based business. And then when Nicole and I, my wife, were in the hospital, we put 3 houses under contract, and that's when we decided she was going to stay at home and I was going to run the business and see how far we can grow it.
I remember that. Yes, that's when, and not to say that the referral-based business is bad. It's very, very good to work with people you know and foster.
Oh, yeah.
That should be the base of any agent's business.
Yeah.
You just also started prospecting for people you did know too, so it just increased things. And you went 44 units, so you did increase that and went up to 6.5 million in volume. And then the following year, that's when you started actually leveraging a little bit and brought on some people and formed a real estate team.
Yeah, formed a real estate team. We had a full-time team manager, and then we brought on a buyer's agent.
About midway through the year.
Yep. She decided to be a buyer's agent for us, and she did phenomenal. She was doing great, hitting her numbers, hitting her goals, and I was too, and we just kept growing.
So you're 29 years old. You did 66 units that year.
Yeah.
And you went to 13.5.
Correct.
Now this year though has been the biggest jump. We're just finishing it up.
Yeah, I decided to put my big boy pants on, and we grew the team even more. We brought on a listing specialist that was a inside sales agent for me for about 6 months, and he became a listing agent for me. And then we also brought on a marketing director, and it has been great.
Right, to the tune of 24 million in sales volume and 115 total units.
Correct.
Yeah, and I tell you, so the difference here, going back, now you're 30 years old, right? So
Yeah.
from the age of 27 to 30, you were living in a very modest, old,
It was a lake home.
about 10 streets off the lake. Anyways, $185,000-ish home, I'd say.
Yeah.
Man, it was nice. It was home.
Yeah, it was homey.
Now tell me about where you are now. What are you doing?
I live on a golf course now.
A nice golf course.
Yeah. Yeah, my golf game still sucks, but I play golf about 2 times a week.
Yeah, got a little bit more leverage, quite a bit more lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I think the key here, all jokes aside, is that even though the volume numbers are going up rapidly, his income's going up, so he's not just selling a lot of houses and not making money because he's got other people he's working with. We do track that income. He does keep a profit and loss statement.
Yes.
We make sure that his income is going up at a fast rate.
Yeah.
And we've done that together quite a bit. And then, in addition to that, his lifestyle's going up as well too. Although he's young, so he doesn't want the lifestyle so much.
I like to work still.
And I think the unique thing about, I like to talk, you're a little bit modest here, but you have an amazing culture of growth on your team. It's a high energy team.
Yes.
It's very much a team that plays on the offensive side of the ball rather than the defensive side only.
Correct.
And I think the way I say that is a lot of agents are solely customer service based. And it's not that he doesn't have customer service. He does, and there is a focus there. But he also puts a hard focus on business generation.
Yes, and we have fun doing it.
Yeah, the whole team is responsible for some sort of income producing activity on a daily basis.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And we meet weekly about it.
And what happens if everybody on the team lead generates or else?
Yes.
They don't stay on the team.
Exactly.
Right. So, and that's even the administrative staff too.
Yes, our team manager, Courtney, she is responsible for several referrals a month.
Right. Yeah.
So, and she loves it. She loves coming into the office and saying, "I've got one."
How much did you think she made in the last year in referral commission income?
She's gonna wind up being around 15 to 20 grand this year off referrals alone.
So this is a salary-based administrative staff member that's going to make an additional $15,000 to $20,000 off of business she's bringing to the team and referring.
Just bringing me a name and one of her friends or something like that needs to buy or sell. Get me in touch.
What I really want to talk about is your marketing director, and yes. Because that's a big part of generating business as well.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you just had one administrative staff member, and then you realize, well, when you're closing 115 units, for example, a year, there's a lot of administrative transaction coordination that goes into that. We need to then move into, if we're going to still keep providing that marketing services to our clients, we got to actually create and carve out a separate position here.
Well, it's just like a single agent. There's only so much you can handle until the wheels start falling off, and you're not going as fast and as pleasant ride as you want it to go.
And when Mike's wheels fall off, man, they fall off. Like he rides you'll ride on the rim quite a bit. Yeah,
you'll know. I like to push it, and that we do it. So it's we were able to get in touch with a very nice lady that was a 4th degree black belt.
Yeah.
So she's also our bouncer.
Yeah.
Becca is her name, and so she actually still trains and goes across the world. Like right now, she's about to go for a 5-day trip to Ireland. Just things that she can do.
We can generate business through food.
Yeah. So it's she does everything for us when it comes to creating a CMA, to all of our marketing books to go out, because we're doing about, on average, 15 listing appointments a week. So we have a system in place for her to get the addresses, make the CMA books, and get us out there to our Facebook advertising, our website builds, for social media posts. She does it all.
And also, I think she calls her sellers every single week too.
Yes, just so we have our customer service. Everybody knows where they're at in the process of getting their home sold. She calls every week. She has a system in place on the time that she calls all of our sellers to let them know what's going on in the process.
And you guys do an amazingly large amount of social media marketing and online marketing as well too.
Yes, we do.
And it seems like every agent always says, "Man, I need to be doing all that stuff."
Yeah.
And you have a person that makes sure if you dream it, it happens.
Yes.
And so all that stuff does get done. And I think the key here for people to remember is this position more than pays for itself.
Yes, it does.
So you say, I can't do that because I don't want to pay for one person to do that. Well, the amount of business that these activities generate, it's viewed by the public as customer service because you're doing all this to market these listings.
Well, how many times were people up at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night saying, aha moment, this is what I should be doing in my business.
Right.
I need to get out and find some type of printing company to make all this.
Right.
Well, she does that. And
right.
She typically gets it done before the words come out of my mouth of what I want done.
Right, and then we're moving.
Yeah.
The public views this as massive customer service, that no one does more than the Mike Gunzelman team to market a home. At the same time, what you're doing is impressing people and lead generating, so those people call and list their home with you or use you guys to find a house. Yeah. So it's an amazing position. That once you are in a position on a real estate team where you can hire one person to do these activities, the amount of business or income that produces is just phenomenal. Well, Mike, thank you so much for talking about your team's growth. Always make me laugh, and of course the marketing director.
You betcha.
All right, thanks.